Hey, this is Greg, and this is another vlog of a country gentleman. This is a early morning edition, I guess you could say. I had several topics that I thought about covering today, and to be honest, most of them were pretty stinking heavy, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So I came up with a thought that I thought was worthwhile. We're going to call this making time. If in our lives, I've got a full-time job. I've got the YouTube channel. I got my little homestead here. I got the stuff that I do for the church. I got all this stuff that I do. Our daughter's in band. We got all kinds of things going on all the time. But the things that are really a priority, you always make time for. My wife works a full-time job at a hospital, working 12-hour shifts, plus she works PRN at another hospital. We always seem like we're on the go, and a lot of times we just seem like we're passing. But for the things that are really a priority in your life, you're going to make time. You're going to carve out periods of time that are specific to certain events. Now, we could get all into the whole scheduling thing, and our schedule's insane. But the thing about it is you still make time. Now, my wife, I've talked about her a bunch of times. She's been on the channel a couple of times as Trixie the T-Rex, which I'll put a card up there for one of the videos that she's in. She's one of my priorities. And as a result, we carve out time for each other. Every morning we have a cup of coffee together, even if we have to get up at 4:30 in the morning. 4:30. Sometimes 4:50, depends on what's going on. But the thing about it is that she is a priority, so it's worthwhile. So, it doesn't matter what your priority is. You're going to make time for it. But you got to make time for everything that's important. You cannot allow things that are critical to who you are to just go by the way of the dodo because you don't have time. I've been working on this book of wild edible and medicinal plants. I've been actually doing the research for it for over a year now, and I'm about half done. But I'm still having to carve out time, even if it's just a few minutes a day, to do a little bit more research, or to find something and take a picture, or jot down some notes that when I get to sit down and type, that I get to do it, because it's a priority. It's a passion. Your passion should be a priority. And because without it, without focusing on something, without having that drive, then the world really easily squishes our passions. And that's horrible. The gears of society really want to just turn you into a robot that shows up to work every day, does your job, pays your bills, and then sits in front of the tube. Not necessarily YouTube, but in front of the television, or YouTube too, and just that's the only joy that a lot of people get, is watching somebody else do something. That's horrible. So carve out some time. Make it a priority. Make something a priority. Whether it be a spouse, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a best friend, whatever it is, you've got to have things that take precedent over other things. You've got to have something that makes you unique. Because if you don't, you're just a robot. Well, that was still kind of heavy, wasn't it? Well, not really. Anyway, make out some time today. Make some time for something. Get outside. Find a plant. Find an animal. Take up bird watching. I don't care what it is. Just watch some chickens. I mean, they're hilarious on the right day. Cats are hilarious. My last live stream, I had cats running around crazy in the background. Before I go, there is still time to enter for the first half of my book that I'm working on. I'll put a link to it up here. It's a long live stream. If you want to watch it, that's great. If not, just drop a comment in there. I'd really like to give away a couple more copies of that, or a couple more sets of that. So be sure and drop a comment on that video. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great day. Step by step, we're bringing rural back. Make some time for something that makes you happy. All right, bye.